Hello my friends, welcome back to Keto and the Chaos. My name is Tammy, and on this channel I have shared my journey of losing over 200 pounds using a ketogenic diet, and now I am talking about my 60-pound regain and how I am attempting to get that off and also maintain my weight loss. So if that's what you're looking for, don't forget to click the subscribe button and ring the bell for more videos like this one to inspire you to get started.
Catching on like a wildfire, feeling for a brand new start. Rain is gone, now it's so much brighter. A new song in my heart.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. I'm feeling a little bit more myself this week. As you can hear, my nose is clearing up, my COVID symptoms are going away. I'm starting to feel kind of like more comfortable with the whole idea of filming videos and stuff like that. So I think this one is going to be a little bit less depressing or weird than the last one. I think last week I came across as if I didn't really know what I was doing, and that was mostly because I haven't sat in front of this camera in a really long time. It takes a minute to get back into the swing of things. Like, YouTube is a whole kind of different way of communicating that is kind of complicated, but so if you've never done it, it's hard to explain. But first, before we get started with this video, can I just put the caveat out there? If you are going to comment something that you think will help me, if I could ask that you please begin your comment with, in my experience, or I have been trying this such and such thing and it's working for me, I'd love to share it with you, versus, you know, like, I don't even know, like every time I'm getting comments in the comment section about what I should do. They're shoulding all over me, and I don't handle shoulding very well. That's an autism thing. I really just will put a hard stop in front of anything that begins with you should or insulting me in any way. Like, I'm just gonna bye-bye. I just can't. I won't. I don't need to be insulted. That's not why I'm here. So if you're going to do that, I kindly ask that you just share your experience. I'm interested in listening to you if you have experience. So I have really been struggling lately with the people who think that carnivore is the one true way and life. It's the new Jesus. It's the new golden idol to worship. And I just cannot with that whole mentality. So if you're going to share the benefits of carnivore, can we please begin with some scientific facts, some long-term experience, and, you know, some backing up the comments with more than, you know, you have Munchausen syndrome because you won't try it because you like to be sick. First of all, I'm not sick. Well, I had COVID, but that's beside the point. I'm not sick. I'm emotionally healthy, mentally better than I've been in a really long time. Thank goodness. I'm really getting a grasp and a handle on what helps me and what doesn't help me with regards to my mental health. As I get older, it's just harder and harder to keep up these facades that I have created, or these people that I've been pretending to be over the years. Each decade has a new person. Each couple around the suns has a new friend group, a new people that I'm trying to hang out with, and it's exhausting. I am going to be 50 at the end of this year. And it's just a new phase of life. I'm getting to the point where I just don't really care as much what people think about me in particular. And so part of the reason I don't like YouTube is because people feel like because they're behind a screen, they can just tell you what they think of you. And in real life, people don't do that. I know I would never walk up to someone and say, you know, that whatever you're eating right there is just going to make you fatter. So obviously you just want to be sick and dead because you won't listen to me. You know, that's not going to go over very well. And it doesn't really go over very well in comment sections of videos either. So can we keep the you should or worshipy sounding carnivore comments to a minimum? If you really want to convince me to try carnivore, well, you're never going to, just so you know. But if you want to try, the only way I'm going to listen to you is if you preface it with, I have been doing carnivore for a very long time, and this is my experience with it, and these are the benefits that I have found in my life. Kind of like how I share keto on this channel. Yes, I believe that God led me to keto because it was what I needed, right? I was begging God on hands and knees for an answer of how I could lose weight. He gave me keto. It was a series of events that were so obvious to me that that is what I was meant to do. I had a spiritual experience. And yes, I do share my spiritual experience on this channel because I do have a relationship with God, and like a deep and intense one. And I trust him. And when he wants me to do something, he's really, 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 really pushy about it in my life. And I usually know pretty well what I need to do. And when it comes to carnivore, the only feelings that I have ever gotten from God is no. Hard pass. And, you know, that could be just my inner rebellion talking. So I don't know. I just have a really hard time jumping on board with things where people try and convince you in a way that is dogmatic and religious sounding. Because to me, God is the only person that gets to do that. There is no way of eating that is the one true way for all humans to eat. We all have the things that work for our different bodies. Most of you out there do not have lipedema or lymphedema or any of the weird lymphatic system issues that I have. You probably don't have ADHD. You're probably not mildly autistic. You probably don't struggle every single day with every single thing that you do. You probably don't live in a fight or flight planet where the only thing that makes you function is chewing something. Like, I have tried chewing everything that exists. Plastic, little rubber chew things that you give for little kids that need to chew on things, gum. The only thing that works is food. And so I'll talk about that in a little while. In a little while, we'll talk about my struggles with trying to get back in the whole diet game. But let's first of all focus on the positive. So I just wanted to get that out there at the beginning of the video because I know the struggle was that I didn't say not to say anything about carnivore till like closer to the end of the last one. And we had some interesting conversations in the comments where I was, like I said, accused of wanting to stay sick. I'm not. Stay ill. I'm not. For attention because I had Munchausen syndrome on myself. Oh, and just so you know, Jesus Freak person, that was their name that they changed it to because when I started saying, like, you know, acting like Jesus, they changed it to some Holy Ghost thing. They're gone now. Sorry. But if you're watching this, just for your information, Munchausen syndrome is just Munchausen syndrome. You can't have it on yourself. That's what it is. It's what it means. It's on yourself. And I don't have that. I'm not going out for attention. I literally am only making these videos because so many people were asking me where I am and because I am trying to lose weight. So I thought, well, what the heck? I'll just show my progress because that's what I do here, right? Like, hopefully this time will work out. And if it doesn't, oh darn. You know, like, I'm going to make videos because that's what I do. I am not doing it for attention. I'm just doing it for some kind of self-satisfaction. I have no words. Like, I so badly do not have any reason to do this at all right now. Like, it is so hard to keep making videos when people are just... And I know everybody keeps saying on the comments, just ignore them, delete them, whatever, blah, blah, blah. They are sad, miserable people who don't really get you. And I'm like, I get it. And there's like 250 comments about how awesome they think this channel is. And that's the reason I'm making a video right there. But it's sometimes not fun. Like, we're just regular people, these people that make videos. I mean, like, we're not some kind of like superhuman, like, people that can just ignore when people are mean. Okay. Why am I doing that? It's pointless. I know you're just going to say, ignore them. Okay, just don't say it. I know I need to ignore them. I can't. It's just not, I can't. Okay. Let's go into the positives of this week. We had some successes and failures this week, of course, because, you know, it's a week. It's always a week at my house. I'm pretty sure at the last video I made the mistake of saying that this week was going to be chill. What was I thinking? There's no such thing in my life. It doesn't exist. It was not chill. And I did have some struggles, but I did have some fun things that happened. It was a really fun week because I got to go to another party that I totally didn't realize I had. And Dave and I went out to celebrate our 30th wedding anniversary. Yes, we have been married 30 years. That is insane. And I do have a son who is 28 years old, which is even more insane. And I have 3 grandchildren, which is even more insane. And I still have an 8-year-old, which is literally mind-blowingly insane. But that is my life, which is why I'm super busy. Like I just have a lot going on, on my other channel. Just since I'm making this video and it's more like in real time. If you do watch me on Hide and Seek, our family vlog channel, and you're wondering why I'm not posting anything over there, it's twofold. Number one reason is just because it is really hard to keep up. We did daily vlogging forever in the beginning, and then we went to weekly vlogging. And just like I said with this channel, finding the time to edit videos is just impossible. I just cannot seem to get a good schedule where I can fulfill all of the obligations that I have to my family and children, and also all of the obligations I have to the things on the computer that I must do. And so I just kind of got slowed down. I fully always intended to catch up, but then I got really far behind, and I thought, my brain just won't let me just like skip that stuff. Because the number one reason I'm making that channel, well, firstly, because we just love vlogging. It's so much fun. Like the kids love it. I love it. Everybody loves it. But I'm doing it for myself. Because I feel like with my issues with ADHD and my memory issues, I know that my memories disappear. I have lost a lot of memories from when my older children were little, and it's just heartbreaking to me. And I'm trying to hang on to every little bit of memory. And when I make these videos, when I'm much, 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 much older, and I hope it's really, really older when I lose all my memories, when I don't have all of my children gathered around me and making me go places, and I'm just sitting here with nothing to do, I will have hours and hours and hours of footage of happy, happy, happy memories of my beautiful, beautiful babies that I can go back and watch over and over and over again. And that is the reason I started making those videos in particular. I did start here on this channel, vlogging first. And then I decided that I really liked it, the kids really liked it, and we opened the other channel. But since then, there has been so much negativity and drama surrounding family vlog channels that I literally feel like every time I want to post a video, I feel torn in 2 directions, because there's part of me who just loves it and wants to keep doing it, and my kids love it. They don't understand why I have stopped doing it. And then there's the part of me that keeps listening to the internet, where they are literally saying that family vloggers are exploiting their children for money, and they're showing things that are private that shouldn't be shown, and sharing too much of their life, and they're going to grow up to hate it. And I literally just have this full stop on this side going, like, family vlogs are bad. And it's really sad because a lot of people are still watching all of our older videos, and I actually took down a whole bunch of videos that I felt like were kind of embarrassing for my now 16-year-old daughter, Virginia, because she at the time really wanted to share all of those things. And then I was starting to panic, thinking, well, now she's a teenager, she won't want to share it. And without talking to her, I unlisted them all. And because she had told me that some friends at high school had found our channel. And I couldn't tell if she was embarrassed or not. Well, then when I told her that I unlisted all the videos, she got really mad at me, and she was like, why'd you do that? Like, I don't care if they see that stuff. I totally fine with it. It's really hard. I love my children so deeply, and I wouldn't want to share anything too personal and private on my channel, and I do have a daughter that struggles with autism to an extreme degree, and also has extreme weight issues because of that. And I just worry so much. I mean, even just sharing her here on this channel, I've had negative comments about her. And like, if she were like less big, she would be a better dancer. Like duh. We all know, right? She does too. It's not something we can fix. It is an insatiable drive, and even as an adult, it is very difficult to wrap your brain around it, and she has no desire to, so I am not going to push that issue until she is ready. And then when she is ready, I will teach her all of the things that I know. I do teach her. I provide her with good, healthy food, but it's hard when you like put yourself on the internet and you have people that are mean. And so that's part of the reason why I haven't posted videos. I am now almost 2 full years behind on that vlog. And I'm like, is it safe now to edit the videos and post them since it's not currently happening at all, right? It's way in the past. And who even cares? But then I'm like, so many people are watching the videos from way in the past that I'm like, maybe I should just do it. Anyway, that's where my brain is at with that. So if you were wondering, some of you are wondering, oh my heck, why I am ADHD, so many different directions. I literally have it written down what to do, and that is not even on the list. Yay. Happy anniversary to me and Dave. And that was what we were supposed to talk about. 30 beautiful years, 9 beautiful children, 3 beautiful grandchildren. That is what I was going to talk about. And he turned 50 last year. He's going to be 51. And I am going to be 50, like I said, at the end of this year. Gulp. It's fine. I feel, and I say I feel old all the time, but I don't actually feel that old. I thought I would feel way older now than I do. Does that make sense? I still feel younger, but I no longer feel like a teenager that doesn't really know what they're doing. Finally, I no longer feel like a complete and utter lost lamb. Yay! Ay. Okay, so struggles. That's the next thing on the list. I had some intense struggles that I was not expecting this week. And the more and more I delve into my mental health and really start to like pick apart and evaluate why I feel certain ways, the more I really learn about myself and my autistic tendency and the things that I struggle with that I didn't even know I struggled with as a younger person because I just dealt with it. And now each time I feel emotions, I'm often like evaluating like, where is this coming from? Why am I feeling this way? There's no reason to feel this way. You know, that kind of thing. And I've struggled so bad with anxiety this week. Intense bouts of random anxiety, random feelings that something bad is going to happen, random feelings that I have forgotten something. And I finally figured out that it is because now that I've finished up all of my work for the spring, we are moving into a transition phase. All of our schedules have changed. All of the dance things are different. All of the things I do in the day are different. I don't get up and do homeschool in the morning. I don't have my regular routine going on. I'm still waking up at 6 a.m. and then I don't really know what to do with myself. I'm trying to keep some semblance of what I do normally in the day, but it's just like everything just kind of feels off. And I realized I was starting to have panic attacks, major meltdowns. The teeth grinding has been insane, like 24/7. Because my coping mechanism for that anxiety, which is also triggered by hunger, which is also triggered by, not enough calories, is I can't just chew on something. I can't just grab a Built Bar. I can't just grab some keto gummies. I can't grab sugar. I can't grab popcorn. I can't even grab nuts or almonds or anything that is satiating to that feeling of needing to chew, except for chicken wings. I can't live on chicken wings 24/7. First of all, that's very expensive, and also they're high in calories too. They're a little less calories than munching on almonds, but they are a little bit more satiating than almonds because they take longer to eat and they're spicy and I make them last. It is the craziest thing. And I know that this is just going to be a little bit of a painful thing. I know that probably next week we'll get the pool up finally. We've just really struggled to get things going. Dave's just been overwhelmed with a lot of things. We don't have our summer things set in place yet. And my house is falling apart, and the anxiety over my house, how much work it's going to take to recover what has happened to it, the bomb that has gone off in my house during the time that I was not able to do it every day because I was working. It's just a lot, and I don't have my coping mechanism of being able to just eat, and eating really does calm that feeling down, and it's really, really frustrating. And like I talked about my daughter, I find her doing the same thing when she's having an issue with, someone hurt her feelings or she got into a fight with somebody. When we have dinner, she'll go, oh, I feel so much better. Now I can talk about it. And I'm like, wow, why does that work? It's really not fair. It's not fair. Sorry. When I think about her, it's not fair. And I'm just so grateful that I have this knowledge that I can pass to her, and that I'm learning about myself and trying so hard to figure out what works so that I can help her, because I know that eventually she is going to need a lot of help, and in not just the ways she needs help now, which is just functioning, actually brushing hair. Like, we're finally to the point where she brushes her own hair. She's 11. That's monumental. So yeah, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on here at my house, and it's hard when people just see this little snippet of me, what I say, what happened to say this random time when I'm making a video, and make all these judgments and just literally say, I'm just begging for attention and I won't do carnivore because I just like to be sick. And I try so hard not to get so freaking mad, but I'm just like, are you serious right now? Like, my life is so full of beautiful things and enriching experiences. The only thing that I struggle with in this life is balancing the need to chew things and eat things with the need to be smaller. My mental health often outweighs this one. I don't know how much I give a crap about being smaller. Not as much as I care about my mental health being stable for my family and me, and for me, and feeling happy. And it's so irritating to me when people say that using food as a medicine for emotional issues is a bad thing. Because what in the freak else do you do? If you have an answer for that one, that's what I want in the comments below. Do you have this stim problem where you just have an insatiable need to chew food and swallow it? All the comments I get are like, I eliminated my food thoughts. I eliminated my food obsessions. I killed my addiction to food. Guys, it's not about the food at all. I could not care less about the food. I never think about the food. Never. I mean, never. The only time I think about it is when I need to chew something or I am hungry, because hungry triggers anxiety. Maybe because of my childhood. Maybe just because of the autism. I don't know. I don't know the answers to these things. My therapist has no idea. I have talked to her ad nauseum about it, and she has no advice. She has no experience, no knowledge of how to find a way to curb that. And I have tried anti-anxiety meds, and all it did was make it worse and made me gain more weight. And I'm like, wait, no, backwards. Nope, this not helping. Right? Not helping. And so my problem is different. And every time I make a video, I am trying to explain it in a way that makes sense. And it seems like I never get it across that it is like my brain and my mouth are not connected to my thought at all. They have their own selves and they do their own thing. And I'm not even aware of it most of the time until it starts to be extremely painful. Like, my jaw will hurt. My jaw is going to lock up. I started having a night guard so that I wouldn't crunch my teeth at night, and that even made the daytime crunching so much worse. It's like my body just needs that at night. And so now I'm like so torn about what to do about the night guard. There are so many stupid things that seem so tiny. So this is one of them. This is number 2. My vision is such a trigger for my anxiety, and I never really realized it. I cannot see, okay? I've never, ever, 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 ever been able to see. I got glasses when I was 8. I literally have always struggled. My glasses never fully correct my vision. I never feel like I can see. And most of the time, my brain just ignores it and moves past it and doesn't worry about it. But every once in a while, it will be the most frustrating, triggering thing. And it is such a small thing. So I will tell you, I had some very funny experiences that I probably don't have time to tell the whole story. Last week, it was an easy story. I took my 11-year-old daughter in to get glasses for the first time. And long story, we went to a place that is for like nonprofit. It is a very long story. Like I have said in the past, which I also got criticized for, I really do need to make money off of these videos in order to make it worth my time. We have been struggling so badly. We did not have food some of the beginning of the year. I'm not kidding. I'm not being dramatic. I'm just stating a fact. My daughter has needed glasses for a while, and some friends of ours worked out this thing where we could go to a nonprofit place to get her glasses. I didn't have a lot of expectations of how it was going to go, but it turned out so great. Like, it was perfect. And it was a wonderful experience. And the doctor that we saw was amazing. And he told me that my poor 11-year-old, amongst all of the other things she has, also has a lazy eye. Her left eye is not correctable via lenses because the muscles are not strong enough and they just cannot see. And I was like, wait, what? No, that's me. What the heck? Like, and I know I've had one doctor in the past explain it to me, but not in a way that made sense to me. But my left eye does not have vision at certain times. So it makes putting on makeup a miracle. So when you look at my makeup, you should be even more impressed that I literally put it on this close to the mirror with only one eye that works. It's like, I just hope. Sometimes I'm like, whoa. Even with glasses on, I can't always tell if my makeup looks that good. So I really hope it does. I love doing makeup. It's something that I do for my personal self-care, right? It makes me happy. It's part of what I do. It's my things that I'm trying to do to curb this whole food thing is I put makeup on. So that experience was so great, and he knew so much about eyes. I wanted to see him myself, and he recommended that I come into the place. So my 16-year-old daughter also needs a new prescription, so I signed her up to come as well. And when we showed up, the experience was not the same. We waited forever, and when we finally got to see the doctor, it wasn't the right one. I don't know if the other doctor had gone home because you sign up for a time slot, not like the actual doctor, because of the way they have it set up. And he was so rude. And when I tried to talk to him about the eye thing, like the first thing he said to me is, "Why are you here?" In that tone of voice. I'm like, "I need a new prescription?" I'm like, duh. You're an eye doctor, right? I know this was a nonprofit place, but seriously. Nonprofit, right? It's supposed to be freaking cheap. It was not. The doctor treated me like badly because I have a lot of children, and he assumed I was there because I have a lot of children and I'm not a responsible human, which, I mean, it's valid. It's not true. Usually, right? It's valid thought. I know there's lots of people in the world that think things like that. Usually we have plenty of money to pay our bills. And I've worked hard to help add to that income. This channel really was helping for a long time, and now not so much. So, I do talk about needing to make money because it's fact. I do. I need to make money. Regardless, he treated me badly, treated my daughter badly, and he wanted my eyes to be dilated. And I said, I won't be able to drive. I live 30 minutes drive away on the freeway from this place. And I was assured that I would be able to drive. After that, we went and we ordered our glasses, which, by the way, I'm going to be having new glasses, and I even have anxiety over that because these glasses are literally part of this channel, and I didn't choose to get these ones this time. I hope the glasses work. I'm really stressed over the glasses when they finally get here. When we went to order the glasses cost me, I am going to laugh when I say this. $385. And I am so not good with confrontation in the moment. I was really caught off guard. My daughter's glasses ended up being $110, and I paid $500 and oh my gosh. Why can't I even do math? Okay, what the heck? They were supposed to be 110, not 115. Now I'm mad because 125? She told me the wrong number. Because I paid 510. Oh my gosh. They don't give you a breakdown. So I didn't know what each what the fees were for. All I knew is that there went $510 that I really did not need to spend on glasses. Okay. And of course, I signed the paper and I left and tried really hard not to think about it because I didn't know how to deal with it in the moment. They didn't explain to me why it was so much money. They didn't explain to me anything. They didn't give me options, nothing. I was so confused. Now, granted, I got the high index progressive lenses with the anti-glare coating, you know, all that stuff that I always get when I order from Zenni. When I get these glasses from Zenni, they're $125. I don't get the progressive lenses, but still, $125, $385. Like, how is this nonprofit? How is this helping me in any way? My insurance isn't covering this. Maybe it's because I don't have Medicaid. I don't know, but I'm just like, the way they bill it, it's just horrible. So, of course, I go and I'm driving in the car, and I'm driving, and I cannot see. Okay, I can see, but I can't see. My brain keeps telling me over and over, you can't see, you can't see, you can't see. Someone's going to hit you. Someone's going to hit you. Someone's going to hit you. Oh my gosh. By the time I got home, I was such a panicked, emotional mess. I was literally on the verge of tears. I had to go up in my room and literally just cry and cry and cry and cry and cry and cry and cry. When I finally got myself together, I called them and I was like, I think you mischarged me. And she was like, no. The progressive lenses were like 150 and the anti-glare coating is 80. 80? Guys, never again. Not only did I not see the doctor that I was hoping to see, I ended up paying through the wazoo and being treated so badly, so badly by a doctor who should have been compassionate on me. Hard pass. So that was the beginning of the anxiety that was this week. Well, part of it. I really wish that my vision problems did not bother me, but they really do. If my glasses get even slightly dirty, which they are right now, I feel like I have to just clean them. I feel like I can never see, and it causes a lot of panic all the time. So here I am praying that these new lenses will help me, but you know, they better be like God's gift to the planet. Because the frames look like grandma and they're cute. They're like the cat eye whatever's, but they're not these. And this is me. And I even thought about going on Zenni and buying them, but then I got swayed by this other website that had a similar frame with turquoise on the bottom. So please don't insult my turquoise glasses if those are the ones I end up wearing, because those ones were only $150 with the progressive lenses. And I know it comes from China, and I know that's the reason. But it's still hard. It's still hard to pay $385 for something. Like, that's just such a huge amount. Okay, I'm over it. I moved on. They don't give any kind of refunds. We found out the hard way when my little girl got her glasses way early. Oh, and they were going to take like 3 to 4 weeks because they're closed this entire week for the holiday. But my other daughter, my autistic daughter got hers really quickly. And I say autistic because you can't just tell the kid she got her glasses and then tell him, then just take them away. After she's waited so long and she's felt like she couldn't see. But when she got her glasses, they didn't have the $80 anti-glare coating that we had paid for on them. And I didn't say anything because I knew they would take them away. And when I got home, I called them. And really, they don't really have any good options other than giving them back. And I can't do that until after this week. And I'm like, well, at least we get to keep them. But they won't give a refund. I was trying to get the $80 refunded and just keep them, and they won't do it. They will give no refunds at all. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Never again. I haven't left them a bad review or anything. That would be petty. But, just because you are of the low income status doesn't mean you should be treated like you don't deserve to be a human being. That's not even the funny story, and that took 10 whole minutes to tell, so, And a funny story was that I stood for an hour in line for the DMV, and they never moved the line because we went to the walk-in to get my daughter's driver license, and I was losing my mind, and they basically would take everyone from the appointment line, and they were never taking anyone from the walk-in line. It was a whole thing. Anyway, it was funny, the things that I said and did, but now it's too long to tell. But suffice it to say, I waited a long time for a lot of things this week. Even when we went, Dave took me to the arts festival in downtown, and we even waited like almost 45 minutes or something just to get into the parking lot because for some strange reason, the gate wasn't accepting cards, and then you had to call them and like give your phone number to get into the place. And then the irony was when we came back out, gate was just open. They had no way to take your info. So we did get free parking, but it took 45 minutes to get in there. Yeah. Anyway. All right. That was all my fun struggles for the week. So I'm going to go ahead and put the weigh-ins in here, and then I'll come back and talk about the calories. If you made it this far, I'm sorry, this is long. One thing that I do have a talent for is long-windedness. So let's get to the weigh-ins, and I'll see you in a minute. So the weigh-ins this week were not that bad, but they were not that exciting. 230.4, 230.4, 228.8, 227.3, woohoo, 228.4, 228.4, and then 230.6. And luckily, I will tell you that I did not go up like 6 pounds after I ate all of the food on my anniversary celebration. That'll be in the next video, but thank the Lord I did not go up 6 pounds because I really thought I would, but I didn't. So for the average, I add those all up and divide them by 7. Average for the week, 229.2, which is down 1.1 pounds from last week. Woot. Not bad. Okay, my calories, I really thought, like, based on my emotional state, like, and how I was feeling, I really, really thought that I had done better on my calories and on my carbs. But as I was writing them down today, I was like, wow, that's pretty bad. I didn't do as great as I wanted to do. Not even close. But whatever, this is about trying, and we're going to keep trying. So my calories for the week, 1556, 1690, 1703, 1977, 1990, 1671, and 2084, which was our celebration day, for an average of 1810, which is up 100 calories from last week. So definitely didn't get into the really good weight loss zone with the 1800 calories, but that's okay. No big deal. My protein average for the week was 162, which is really low. I really needed another 20 grams. If I'd had some Built Bars, maybe I would have gotten another 20 grams, but I don't have any at the current moment because, much to other people's surprise, I don't get free Built Bars all the time from Built Bar. Like, the only way I get free ones is if enough people buy them using my code, and then I earn up enough coins to get a box. That's the only way I get a free box of Built Bars. There was a time that I got so many free Built Bars that they were literally coming out my eyeballs, and I gave away, for 40,000 subscribers, a whole bunch. I think like 10 boxes of Built Bars to people. And I really sometimes regret that because I think, man, there was a lot of time that I really needed those coins. But I had so many at the time because so many people were buying Built Bars. As an aside, the reason that I am not making as much money on Built Bar is not necessarily because they're selling them in Costco and all of that, which they are, because they're only selling certain flavors in Costco and Walmart and all that. I bought them myself because it's convenient. They also sell them on Amazon if you want them like 2-day shipping really quickly, which is faster than getting them from Built, but I think they're about the same price and you don't get the discount that you can get using my ketochaos. That's a code, by the way, ketochaos. If you remember that, 10% off. Here's the problem. Whenever they send me a box of Built Bars that I've ordered, they're also sending me a $5 off coupon for Walmart or wherever you buy a box of Built Bars, and they're sending me a 20% off your next order coupon. And I think that's where they're sticking me, because why would people use my code for 10% off when they can get 20% off their next order every time? And that's where they're sticking me, in my return customers. Because I know you're out there using your 20% off codes. I would too. Like, duh. It only makes sense, right? Like, in fact, I just ordered some and forgot to use the 20% off and was kicking myself so hard. But I did use my 10% off at least. Whatever. Okay, carbs for the week. On my anniversary celebration day, I did go a little crazy on the carbs, so that's going to skew the number. But looking at this, literally only got low enough to be in ketosis one time this week. So I'm not doing so great, keeping the carbs low enough Still not in ketosis. It's kind of lame because I know I need that non-hunger feeling to stop the anxiety, which is why I was successful last time. So I'm going to keep trying, but it's hard for me. It's really hard for me. Anyway, whatever. My average carbs for the week was 50. That's way high. It was even higher than last week. I think last week was like what? Let's see. 32. Yeah, it's way higher. My fats were 93, which is way too high for me to lose weight. So when I look at the numbers, it's kind of like, not great. Inches wise, let me double check and see if I lost any inches. You'll have to be the judge on the 360. I actually didn't film the 360 until this morning rather than the day after my anniversary binge because I knew I was going to be extra swollen, and I was with a lymphatic fluid. Like, if you've never had a tummy tuck, you just don't know. Like, my whole upper belly was just like a big round, and that's like 3 years ago, guys. 3 freaking years ago. So obviously never going away. Let's see. My bust went down a half an inch. Arm stayed the same. Waist went down a half an inch. Hips went down a half an inch. My booty went down a half an inch. Hey, woohoo, that's not bad. Left thigh went down a quarter of an inch. Right thigh went down a half an inch. Hot dang it. Knees stayed the same. My calves, my left one went down 3/4 of an inch, oddly. And my right one didn't go down to anything. So, hey, that's not bad. That's actually not bad for inches lost. I'll take it. I won't complain. So that's, I guess, all the information for this video. I'm going to go ahead and stick the 360 for the 2 weeks in here. Probably there's not much change. At least this week, I think I made sure my underwear were not inside out. Ugh. Whatever. Have you ever filmed a video and then saw that you had like a boogie sticking out the end of your nose like the entire time? And then seriously debated whether it was worth just leaving it there or redoing the whole thing? What do you think I would choose to do? Oh wait, I have done that. I am not refilming that video. Dang right. Now you know something special about me. If you made it this far, you're my awesome friends. Love you so much. And I'm grateful that you're here. Thank you for all your support last week. Thank you for all the comments. Thank you for watching the videos. Thank you for buying the bill bars. All of the wonderful things you do for me. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. And we'll talk to you all again soon.